Roki Sasaki, a decision is just around the corner, and it would be wonderful if a decision were to be agreed upon today between him and the Toronto Blue Jays. We're not holding our breaths for that, but this has been heating up now. This has been heating up for a couple of weeks, and it's really picked up steam over the past couple of days. But I wanted to address something before we get into it. Obviously, Peter Vryonis alongside host Nick Gosse for the final time for me. Now, first, before we get into the video and the live stream, I wanted to thank each and every one of you for all of the time and all the effort that you've put in our daily content. And it's been
I think you're froze, but
it's
I can
been an
still hear you,
absolute
Peter,
pleasure.
in a
It's
fitting way.
truly been an absolute pleasure. Again, so thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, you're
I don't
back.
know if
You're back.
I'm
You're back. Keep
back.
going.
I'm back.
In classic stream fashion, there's some
There you
continue.
go.
You're good.
There you go. Here we go again. I don't know where it stopped there. I don't
I
know
think
where
they
it
could hear you the whole
stopped.
time. I think they could hear you the whole time.
Okay. All right. Well, uh, so it is true. I am going to be leaving after this stream, and it's nothing personal that happened between Nick and I, so don't get any ideas. Still got a ton of love for Nick, still got a ton of love for you guys. It's just for me personally, I got a job and I got a full time 9 to 5, and just juggling this with that, it just became too much for me, and I wanted to prioritize myself and just getting my mind right and moving in a different direction. But that being said, you guys are going to be in great hands with Nick. I mean, I don't know a harder working person than you, Nick, and I'm saying this from you. I'm ignoring all the 300 people that are in here right now. This is just me talking to you right now. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Nick, for everything that you did for me over these past couple of years, giving me the opportunity to be a part of something so special. We grew this thing
Yeah.
into the largest source for daily Toronto Blue Jays news. And Nick was a bigger part of that than I was. I'm not going to kid you guys. And now that I am moving on to just other things, I didn't want to hold back Nick, and I didn't want to stop you from making content whenever you saw fit. And I know how dedicated you are to this, and I know how how well it's going to do in the next however many years you just. So Nick, thank you so much for just having me alongside for the ride, and just being my partner, being my friend for these many years, and just thank you. I love you, man, and I'm glad that we got to do this. But also, just one more quick thing. I wanted to address something before I hand it over to Nick here.
Yeah.
That I do have another channel, but that's not something that is a personal project of mine. It's not something that I just decided to do on a limb. It's part of my 9 to 5 job. It is part of something that I started doing with my job. So it's not like I decided to start focusing on that and not talking to Nick about it. And Nick knows, and it's not really something that I'm too invested in. It's more so just a part of my job. It's not my job. So, Nick, again, thank you for everything that you did for me, and thank you all so much for the support. It's truly beyond anything that I could have imagined when we first started this thing, when we were basically on the verge of tears after that collapse against the Seattle Mariners. That we've come a long way since then, and I'm glad that I got to meet you, Nick, and do this whole thing.
Yeah, it's been a while. And again, I will also mention I see a lot of you guys commenting on the video specifically about the 3 up, 3 down stuff that like I knew about that. It's not like he was hiding that or anything. It was very open. So okay, yeah, go check that out as well. But again, it is Yeah, it was when August 2022. There's been a lot of Jays heartbreak, Steve. Now just I mean, there's gonna be people who dislike me. I'm sure there's people who dislike Peter as well. It's the way that it goes. But yeah, I mean, there's a
Yeah,
Shane, shout out to you as well. And we're also gonna get a couple of people who want to call in Peter on, to speak to you personally. But yeah, it was great. And at the end of the day, you're still gonna be free. I know people are asking as well if you're ever gonna pop in. Anytime he's welcome to pop in. Yeah, anytime you want to. You can of course shoot me a text and all that, and you can pop in. Whether that be Nick coming in, gonna miss you on here, Peter. All the best. Yeah, it's gonna be
thank you, Nick.
different. It's gonna be different, especially with this horrific Blue Jays season that we that we're gonna have going forward. But yeah, it's been years. So show Peter another member, show Peter some love. Yeah, let's get some. If you're a member, do you have the emotes in the chat? Peter, I'm gonna put that emote in there, the one of you in the we're gonna
And
leave that there. We're gonna leave that.
I'm not. I saw someone say, "Rest in peace, Peter." I'm
Not dead.
not dying or anything. I'm still here, still kicking. Just had to move in a different direction for myself, and that's just what it is. At the end of the day, it's no ill will against Nick, and knowing my luck. Uh, the Blue Jays are probably going to win the World Series next year, which I hope they do. I hope they do, but I won't be along the ride for that one. But if that's what it takes, if it takes me stepping away from Jays Digest for a Blue Jays World Series, then I'm glad to be the sacrificial lamb.
Peter, we'll keep the emote. We'll keep the emote as a sign from when it is, Peter. I mean, yeah, ultimately it it was a great. I mean, we think about, like you mentioned, the horrible drop. That was 2 years ago now. It seems like the wild card game against the Mariners, and then of course we had the Twins, all these different things, and
Yeah,
ultimately, we obviously everyone in the chat sees us through the screen most of the time, so it's a bit different. But ultimately, health is the most important, and that's and life. People personal life as well. You have your full-time job and you work as hard as I know anybody else who works. So it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, but it'll be, a new chapter for both of us, at least in the sense of the channel and for you in the sense of whatever you pursue,
yeah.
whether that be, your own endeavors. So it's gonna be interesting. But Peter's a Habs fan, and Nick's a Leafs fan. Yeah, yeah, that's the real problem here is that
That's the reason. That's the reason. I've had enough of Nick's shenanigans.
no, that has nothing to do with it. But yeah, it's gonna be rough. I'm glad we could do it on live stream because I know there's a lot of familiar faces in here. Obviously Shane, Peter, Mo, and it was it feels weird. It feels weird right now.
It's different, man. It's going to be different. I mean, I've spoken to you. I speak to you more than I speak to my girlfriend, which is I mean, kind of alarming, but it just shows how dedicated we were to this
Yeah.
thing together, and that's what it is. That I mean, sometimes things come to an end in life, and this is the end for me, unfortunately, and I'm still gonna be around. If you guys ever want to reach out to me, don't hesitate. I mean, reach out to me on Twitter. If you ever want to vent about the Jays front office, I'm sure I'm gonna miss it. I'm definitely gonna
We'll
miss
get you on for
ripping
some
on
vents
Ross
here and there. We'll
Atkins.
get you on for that.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be around, Nick. You know where to find me. You know where to find me. But yeah, it's end of an era, and I'm just glad that I got to experience it
Yeah.
with you, Nick. So that's just where I want to leave it. And what a great parting gift it would be to have Roki
I
Sasaki
know.
signed live on stream, right? That would be great.
I would. And we will get into some Jay stuff here briefly. We're gonna have a couple people call in at some point. Obviously people who've been around for a while because again, I mean, we've been doing it for years now, and it's someone said good luck with your future endeavors. Yeah, ultimately
Thank you.
everyone
Thank
wish
you.
Peter. I mean, again, he's not dead. He's gonna be he'll pop in here and there, and he'll be around. He'll be brought up and things like that. But when it comes to you know daily Jay's stuff, and often this might be one of the last times on this channel that you'll see him. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's on the radio as well, so there's a lot of ways to stay in
Yeah.
contact with him. But when it comes to you know, it's gonna be a long season for sure, and maybe this is Roki Sasaki would be a good parting gift for I think for you as well. If the Jays can get someone that's competitive. Good luck, Peter.
Yeah,
You guys do a
it'd
good
be
service for us
great.
fans. Yeah, a lot of love, Peter, in the chat there. A lot of everyone hit
Thank
the.
you,
You don't
Sean.
even have to hit the
Thank
like
you.
button. Just
I
throw
got it
Peter,
open. I got it open.
throw Peter some love
Yeah, I
in
got
the
it
chat.
open. But yeah, Nick, I understand. I understand that it might be a long season, and I'm still going to be watching all the games.
Yeah,
So, if you run out of things to say after a 3-7 10 game stand,
to
I
start the
mean, you
season,
know where to
maybe.
find me, man. Yeah, well, let's hope not. Let's hope they don't come out of the gate like that. But yeah, you let me know, Nick, and I'll be around. Just for now, I gotta take some time away and definitely just I can't keep up. I can't keep up with you, Nick. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. I can't keep up with you. I mean, you're so quick and you're so on the ball that it's just not something that I'm able to do and focus all of my attention on, which I would love to, but it's just not feasible at this point.
Yeah, and again, I mean, you have a lot of. I mean, I'm not gonna say a lot of jobs. You are a very, very busy and dedicated person. So it's whatever you do, put all that effort that you've been putting into that, and you'll put it into your next thing, and it'll be even bigger than this. I'm pretty
Thank you,
confident in
man.
that one. I'm pretty confident in that one. Peter accepted 340 million. I mean, if that was the
Well,
case, then, might be too cynic. Will you be finding a new co-host? No, no, no new co-host.
Nick's all good, man. Nick's all good. I'm surprised he put up with me for this long. So I don't know if
There won't be.
I don't know if he's gonna want I don't know if he's gonna want to find someone else. Nick's more than capable of doing this by himself. He's
It'll be
shown
just me
that.
for now. Yeah. So if you didn't like
Yeah.
me, well, it's there's more of it. Peter, we have someone ready to call in here, so I'm gonna get them in. I believe it's
Am I
Mo.
lagging? Am I lagging a
A
lot
little
or
bit. It's a little bit,
okay?
but
So
it's keeping together.
it's really bad on my Zoom, but as long as it's not affecting anything
It's a
here in
little bit, but
the
it, it-
live
it's
stream.
smooth enough. It might honestly be my internet. Internet in my area is pretty rough right now. All right, we're gonna
Okay.
get long time, 2+ year viewer of the channel and friend, of course, Mo in here. And if you're unfamiliar with Mo, it's I mean, he's been around forever and he's been a huge supporter. So we're gonna get him in. Mo, if you can hear us, just say something real quick. I think.
Hello.
Okay, Mo, you were here, Mo. It's I'm gonna let you and Peter have the stage here. I'm not gonna talk and yap too much, but it is good to hear from you. Hopefully, you're doing well and staying safe. And I'll let you guys take the floor here. And Peter's a little bit laggy. I think it might be my fault, but he should still be able to hear you. If not, I apologize, but it should be good. And I'll let you guys take the floor here.
Peter, wish you all the best forward.
I can't
You
hear him.
understand?
Can't hear him.
Hold on, Mo. I think the Zoom is lagging.
Do you want to re-invite me,
I
Nick, or
think
is it
it's here's what I'm
your
gonna do.
internet?
I think it's here, Mo, try to speak one more time. Interesting. Okay, it's not working. I think I'll just call him on my personal phone and I'll just put him on speaker.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
I think
That'll
Zoom
work.
is having some issues. I'm just gonna call Mo personally. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get Mo in here personally. Hopefully it can get picked up. All right, Mo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna put you. Zoom is bugging out, so Peter can hear you now. You might not be able to hear Peter, but you can listen to it back through the stream. This is the only way that I can do it at this time because Zoom is being weird. But he can hear you loud and clear, Mo.
Okay, great. Well, Peter, as I tried to do before, wishing you all the best moving forward. I hope you still pop around here and there. It's been a pleasure getting to know you somewhat, despite the distance and the medium. I'm looking forward to Nick hosting this show. Clearly, your departure will be missed, or you will be missed. Funny story. Hope for some good news. After the fires, being twice evacuated, and getting sick again, COVID. So it's been one heck of a 2025 already, and hearing the news that you're deporting, but I completely understand. We have too much going on, and you got to prioritize. So hopefully, this will be a positive change in your life. And man, don't talk to Nick more than you do with your girlfriend. That's a recipe for disaster. So, wishing you all the best, and I will definitely look into your personal channel. I was not aware of it.
So thank you so much, Mo. Really, really appreciate that. It was a joke, but also kind of not a joke. I do talk to Nick every day, and that's just the way that this thing has gone the past couple of years, and we try our best to be on the ball with everything. So that's why we speak so much and just stay in touch as much as we do. But yeah, I do talk to my girlfriend quite a bit, so it's not something to be alarmed about. But yeah, thank you so much, Mo, and I really appreciate all of the support that you've given to us over the past couple of years. It's truly been incredible. I mean, not only Mo, but look how many people we have in this live stream right now, 320 people. It's truly incredible, and your monetary support that you've given to us, your emotional support, I can't even put it into words. So thank you so much, Mo, from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've done for us, all of your support, always being there, even when you kind of led us in the wrong direction on the Otani stuff. That's okay. I'll give you a free pass for that because we were all believers and we were all happy. And yeah, it is just time for me to move in a different direction. And you know, some good things have to come to an end, unfortunately. And Nick, we had a pretty damn good thing going for quite a while here. So it's an emotional time for me because it's there's going to be a void. There's going to be a void in my life. For uh, I've been used to doing this almost daily for 2 years now with you, and now I gotta pivot. I gotta pivot to something else. Gotta find some way to fill my free time, but I'll do that to the best of my abilities. And just it all starts with guys like Mo
Yeah.
and everyone who takes the time to listen and support us. It's truly amazing.
Mo, I don't know. I know you're probably a bit delayed because it's on the stream that you're listening through. But any final thoughts here to Peter before we move on to Shane?
Um, I'm sorry about Otani. I think I disappointed myself the most. But as I like to say, it wasn't meant to be. Who knows what the Jays will do? But either way, it was fun while it lasted. And be safe and all the best. And Nick, I talk to you soon. And I will hang up now, everybody. Have a great 2025. Bye.
Take it easy, Mo. All right.
Thank you. You too, Mo.
The
Thank
legend of Mo. Of course, the internet is bugging out on the day of this, which is almost fitting when you think about all the tech issues we used to have back in the day.
Yeah.
It's been pretty
Yeah, we've come a long way. We've come a long way there as well.
been pretty sort of Peter, maybe we try to get you leave and then rejoin, see if that fixes it. Just to give it a try.
That might work.
All
That
right,
might
give it a
work.
try and
All
you'll
right,
rejoin.
let's
And
give
we'll
that a
get
shot.
Shane in. All right. While Peter is rejoining, everybody throw love in the chat. Everyone throw love in the chat. Rad Razaja saying, thank you, Peter. Good luck, Peter. We'll get into a couple, little tidbit of Jays news. It's obviously not the focus of this stream by any means, but we can definitely get into it a little bit here. But yeah, Troy, he will be. We'll get Peter in. He's welcome anytime, whenever he wants to get in, whenever he's available. I'm sure he'll pop in. But again, it's totally his call. He's moving in a different direction. So we'll see if he'll rejoin, and we'll continue this conversation. We also have Shane ready to join. We're gonna test. Okay, let me see, and then we'll also dive into a little bit of Jay's news. But Peter is back. Yeah, I think we all are. Samantha, I think we all are. All right, Peter, I think you're back in here. It looks better, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're maybe.
Yeah,
I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hoping my internet seems better, which is we do have some news in Sasaki, which we'll dive into in a little bit. Shane, go ahead.
I see you a lot better. I see you a lot better. So I think it's there.
All right, we're gonna get the next call in, Mo. Thank you for calling in. Apologies for the technical difficulties. I think you could I did my best to put it next to my microphone. But we'll get Shane in here, and then we'll do that. Good lad, Mr. Vryonis. It's been Larry. I've seen you around for a while. It's going to.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you. And thank you to everyone who's taken the time to comment today. I see it. I see it all, and I'm going to address it before we wrap up. I promise. Thank you guys so much.
I agree, Legend. Legend, you've been around a while as well. Peter's knows base and knowledgeable young.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who's gonna be the realist in Nick's optimism? I have the answer for you, and it is you guys in the comment section. That'll probably be the answer to
Well,
that.
you'll definitely get more positivity now. That I can guarantee you. And Nick's no slouch.
I'm gonna play
That
both.
we know.
I'm gonna have to play. I'm gonna, there'll be. I've been on the front office a little bit more this year. A little bit more.
I look dapper. I look dapper today. I don't know about that.
Would have been funny to wear the the Padres
Should I wear a suit?
Would have been funny to wear the Padres hat.
Padres hat.
Thank you, Peter. Yes, I think Zoom is still kind of
Shane
cooked
in there,
but we're waiting for him. I think he.
It's better. It's better.
Might be my
bit,
internet.
but yeah,
honestly,
still.
to be honest. Enjoy your next adventure. Yeah, he'll have a very good. I guess while we wait for Shane, Peter, do you want to talk Jays a little bit here? Do you want to?
Yeah. Let's do it before this gets too emotional.
Yeah.
Before this gets too emotional for me.
So there's a couple things going on today. Vladdy, Mets trade rumors, ridiculous, really crazy.
Saw that.
Sasaki, it seems like he's going to sign some point soon. If anything happens here, again, we'll keep you up to date. But Peter, regarding the Jays, Shane's ready. There's been some other reports as well. I mean, at the end of the day, okay, well, I'll just get Shane right in here. Hopefully, Shane, still nothing. There's some stuff. Well, I'll have videos on it. I've been saying in the videos we for so long, and I keep saying we. It'll probably stay in the we for the videos, and I say we'll have it later. I'll have it later. All right, Shane. I'm hoping this works. If it's laggy, then it might be not my day for Zoom. Shane, I'm really hoping that this isn't laggy and staticky, though Zoom's not treating me well here today. You want to go ahead and give it a shot?
Yeah, let's go ahead and give it a shot. How do I sound? Everybody hear me loud and clear?
You sound good, Shane. Radio voice. You have a
hear that radio voice.
Yeah.
Hear that radio voice.
I got that radio voice. Don't worry, man. I'm not going to go dropping no N-bombs like the last man did when we did stuff. That was crazy. Anyway, I don't want to make it sound like Peter's funeral either, man, but I want to give Peter his flowers. Thank you very much, Peter, for giving me the free entertainment over the last couple of years. The hot takes that cause all the confusion in the downstairs when we all type out that you suck and everything. We loved it, man. It was all fun. I'm disappointed that you're leaving, but I'm happy to hear that you're on to bigger and better things for yourself. And that's all that really matters, man. We got to take care of each other and got to take care of ourselves, number one. So I'm happy to hear that you're in a good place leaving. I'm happy to hear that it's not something stupid between you guys and you guys are bickering or something. So it's all love on this side. And I hope we get to see you from time to time, get some cameos put in there.
Yeah. The only arguments Nick and I get into are over the Toronto Blue Jays, specifically Don Mattingly over the past couple of years. That's really what we've gotten into it over the past couple of years. But yeah, it's nothing like that. As I was texting you off camera, Shane, it's really more so something I had to do for myself, and I'll be around like it. I'm sure it's not the last time I'll be on here, but let's say Nick needs a little bit of help during the season. I know how to work my way around the channel, so I'll try to help him out as much as I can when I am ready to get back. But I'm not going anywhere. Like I'm not doing any other projects or taking anything on. That's not the reason why I'm leaving. It's more so I took on too much. Like 3 jobs technically, and it wasn't conducive to being in good health, and that's just something that I want to prioritize going forward. So fortunately, you got to give something up to get something nowadays, and unfortunately, I had to give this up. It was the only thing that I could give up because I knew that I was leaving it in great hands with Nick. If I knew that I had a janky co-host or a guy who didn't really care about this as much as I did, or Nick cares even more than I do. Nick cares more than anyone I know. So if I was leaving it into bad hands, then I wouldn't feel as easy leaving. But I know you guys are going to be well equipped with Nick, and he's going to keep you guys up to date. And it's just does an unbelievable job. He made the job so much easier for me over the years, allowing me to get in there whenever, allowing me to call in from my car on my way home from work. Like he just did it all. He did it all, and it's it's time. It's time for me to move on. And Tom Murbach is not one of my biggest fans, that's for sure. So I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy, Tom, because it's going to be Nick's show going forward. But some people like you, some people don't.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
that's what it is at the end of the day. But it's nothing between Nick and I. It's just something that I had to do.
Well, we're going to see how many haters that Nick actually has once you're gone after this live. And hopefully it doesn't drop down below 15,000 after you're gone.
No, no, never, never, never. It'll only go up from here. It'll only go up from here. Thank you so much, Shane.
No problem, boys. I'm still driving, so I don't want to take up too much time, but I just, again, wanted to give Peter his flowers. I'm sticking around. I'll be here for Nick. And again, I know you're a modest dude, so we'll just give you a quick little plug. Anybody listening to this, go subscribe to Peter's 3 Up, 3 Down. It's his day job. It'll help him get a promotion. Then he can help me get on the radio afterwards. It's all love.
Thank you, Shane.
all right,
Thank
Shane,
you.
take it easy and drive
right,
safe as well. Drive safe.
Yeah, take care.
Don't take all my fun
Thank you
away,
so
man.
much.
Take it easy.
All right, talk to you boys later.
Take it easy.
Yeah, thank you.
Greg, people are asking, will you be looking for a new co-host? The answer regarding the co-host, I know a lot of people are asking. The answer is no. Unfortunately, the answer is just no. I won't be. Does that mean Peter won't be popping in, or the occasional person? Like the occasional person might pop in, but regarding a co-host, no. I would. Takes a lot. It takes a lot for a co-host on here. So you'd have to. There's a lot of work that goes into it, as Peter knows. So.
I must have been doing something right if we kept it going for this long, right? I mean,
Yeah.
not everyone's gonna like you,
No.
and I've been conditioned to know that over the past couple of years. I've been in the business for a while, so it's something that you get used to, and you're gonna get more used to it, Nick, if you're not already numb to it. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's thank you,
Thank you, William.
William. Appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, it was just such a great ride, man, and I had so much fun doing this with you almost daily. Like I'm gonna miss it. I'm really
Yeah.
going to miss it because it was a part of my daily routine for the longest time, and it's something that I tried to work around, and I did work around for the most part, and you made that super easy on me, Nick. So again, just thank you. Like I've been thanking you guys the entire time, but
No, you
Nick,
thanked me as well.
it's true. I know, but I don't think you understand truly like how thankful I am to have been matched up with you and have gotten this thing off the ground with you. It was truly exceptional, and you deserve all the praise, man. You deserve all the praise, and you know where to find me. I mean, we're
Yeah.
still going to be in touch, but this is the end of an era for now, and I couldn't have picked a better guy to get on the journey with.
Yeah, thank you. It's gonna. I appreciate it, and obviously, this is wow. This is interesting. This is a emotional live stream. This is there's the chats are going in. All the best for you. All up here. I mean,
Yeah.
ultimately, it made the videos easy, especially during we had the Peter rants. We had all these different things. Maybe I'll have to do some Nick rants in celebration because
Hey, you could do it. You
I
got
mean,
that
I
in the
did 2
bag.
years ago when the Jays
Yeah.
when the Jays
Yeah.
missed out on the wild card, but it's we will get into that as well, Craig. Yeah, it's Mo with the 22 beers for you both.
Thank you both. Thank you, Nick. Let's talk a bit of Jays. Let's talk
Okay,
a bit of
okay.
Jays, okay? Because I don't want to start crying here, and then you're gonna have to
another two.
console me.
Mo with another
Appreciate it.
20. 2 beers. So
That's
that's 4
awesome.
now. I guess that's
That's
yeah,
awesome.
4 beers for us both. Mo, Shane, everybody, and Peter, of course. We'll have another thing before we wrap up, of course, fully. Someone asked for your 2025 predictions. I don't know if you want to do
Oh,
some of those.
I did see that.
Could
I
be
did
cool.
see that.
It's
Okay, so I'm not gonna toot my own horn here, but I kind of will on my way out
go
here.
for it.
So I actually bet on Tarek Skubal to win the Cy Young before last season in the offseason, and he ended up winning the American League Cy Young. You're not going to get those odds now because I got him at like 25 to 1, but yeah, he's probably the favorite right now. It's a little early for me to say, but um I don't know, man. Like, oh, dude, Shohei Ohtani gonna win the MVP again, probably. Pitching again. Cy Young. I don't know, maybe Blake Snell. Blake Snell
Yeah,
wins
like
it with the Dodgers. I don't know. Tom, you
I mean,
can't
I
stop.
was like it
Can't stop.
was an interesting jab there, but he also said good luck on your other endeavors. So yeah, yeah, you
No,
got it.
I appreciate it. I mean, uh, so Nick, could we just say that this is your job?
Yeah,
Could we just
yeah, you
say
can.
that? Okay,
100%.
so Nick does a lot more than me because this is his full-time job. And he's not only doing Jay's Digest, he's doing Leafs Digest,
Other ones as
which he
well.
does a fantastic job on. He does Bucks Digest, Milwaukee Bucks. Nick, I don't even know how many
Those 3.
channels you're. Yeah, okay, so those three. Nick works really hard, but he has all of his eggs in this basket for now. For now, you never know what the future holds, Nick. Maybe you
Yeah.
find something else and you're extremely happy. You truly never know. But I was working 3 different jobs at the same time, and I can't afford to give that amount of time anymore. And like I mentioned earlier, if I knew that my co-host was not caring as much as I do, then I wouldn't have
Yeah.
this
I also want
easy
to step in,
decision
Tom,
to
just
make.
for everyone who knows in here, like
Yeah.
it's not like Peter just would call in and no work went into it or whatever. It's not like I was just in a position, I still am in a position to where I did that because it made his job easier. It's not because he didn't want to do any of these things. So it had nothing to do with his work ethic or anything like that, or he didn't want to, I put in so much more or whatever. It was just the way that the situation ended up being for the past little bit. So it's not, I wouldn't use that as a shot at Peter or anything like that, because that is the
No,
furthest
and
from the truth you could
you
get
can
there.
think what you want to think. You can think what you want to think at the end of the day, but I tried my best, and at this point I can't keep up with Nick. And for that reason, I don't want to hold him back because I know how great he can be and I know how up to date the podcast can be if it's just Nick and he doesn't have to work his schedule around anybody else. So this was a decision that I made for myself and a decision that will ultimately be better for the channel, I think. So
Thank you.
it's nothing against Nick. He did everything in his power to keep me on board, but it's something that I had to do for myself, and that's just the end of that.
Yeah, and we'll leave it there. Because
Yeah,
let's have some positive vibes going into the end
let's
of the
do
stream.
it.
Someone did quickly ask Dodgers Digest. Yeah, it's all under the Digest. It's all under the Digest umbrella, I guess, is the easiest way to put it. But let's talk a little bit of baseball before we wrap up here.
Let's do it.
Let's just go rapid fire with the AL East predictions. You can go. Let's hit your AL East predictions. Where you think the Jays will finish? How you think they're going to be here? It's this is the interesting part for me because your predictions are usually a lot more accurate than my predictions because mine are
Yeah.
horrible every season. So again, we don't know if the Jays get Sasaki. We don't know if the Jays get Anthony Santander, and it's going to be interesting. But let's hear it.
I'm manifesting this on my way out. Okay. The Jays are getting Roki Sasaki,
Okay.
Anthony Santander. You're going to have a crap ton of content over the next couple of days. I'm manifesting that. And for
I
that
hope.
reason, the Blue Jays are going to finish in a wild card spot. I don't know if it's going to be second or third in the AL East, but they are going to make the playoffs. and I'm being negative. I'm being positive on my way out here. Okay, let's leave the negativity at the door and let's kick it away. So Nick, they're going to finish in a playoff spot. I still think the Yankees, as currently constructed, are probably the best team in the American League, but the Astros look worse, and some teams around the AL look worse. Seems wide open. So Sasaki, there's no business for the Toronto Blue Jays to be in the top three. This
No.
this is not some leverage play that's going on here because they can't squeeze out an extra couple of $1 million. It is what it is. It's going to be 6 million or
Ish.
just over 6 million to acquire him, and then you're going to have to pay the posting fee, whatever it is. It's going to cost the same amount of money for any team that ends up acquiring him. But that reason makes me think that the Blue Jays really did impress him in their interviews and in their meetings with him. The state of the art facility in Dunedin, I mean, it's world class. It's the best in Major League Baseball. And for a guy that was very vocal about wanting to prioritize his development, having Pete Walker alongside you, a guy who turned Robbie Ray, who was almost out of Major League Baseball, into a Cy Young winner who got paid in free agency. That's some pretty damn good chops, if you ask me. So Sasaki, the fact that the Blue Jays are in the top three, it's a lot more serious than just a leverage play for me. So uh, maybe they get him, maybe they don't. But the fact that they're here, I mean, it's a pretty good sign.
Yeah. And again, Sasaki, the Jays are finalists. I think a lot of it at this point is like what you hear from reporters is actual speculation because, with Scott Boras free agents and all these free agents, usually they hear, yeah, it's YouTube, Ignatius. I'm not putting them in manually. But yeah, just so you're aware. But like the John Heyman stuff, he has connections to Scott Boras clients. Sasaki, Joe Wolf, like, I don't know how much they're actually leaking. And there were some reports that the Dodgers are locking in and that the deal's going to be finalized today. That didn't happen. There's some people who are saying that the Padres are like, no one really knows with Sasaki who the favorite is. There is some things working in each team's favor. And I think ultimately it'll probably, I mean, I almost feel like the longer it drags out, maybe the longer the Jays have a good chance here because it's not about, I mean, if he wanted to be he had the Dodgers meeting yesterday. Maybe he's still meeting with them right now. And the updated news is, I mean, at the end of the day, the Jeff Passan bomb was huge about him being a finalist. That's the big storyline. Anthony Santander is still available. Bregman, albeit I don't think they're going to get him, still available. Are the Jays ahead of the Yankees with Sasaki? William, the Yankees are eliminated. So the final three teams are the Padres. These are the teams, according to Jeff Passan.
I think he's asking if the Jays are ahead in like power rankings if they get Sasaki.
Sorry. Okay. GC, look, keep me in check. Keep me in check till the in the last one. You're right. Either way, I'll answer both. No, I don't think so. If it's just Sasaki, I don't think
so either.
If they get Sasaki and Santander, I think there is a chance that they can make a push for the AL title. It'll be tough, but if they get Sasaki, Santander, and someone else, then maybe. Like, let's not forget now, Peter. I don't know if you saw the graph there. The bullpen jumped from 30th in projected WAR to 10th in projected WAR, and the reason is because they got Jimmy Garcia back. Eric Swanson's gonna have a bounce back season, 100%. I mean, better than 70 ERA put up. Jeff Hoffman, one of the better relievers in baseball, assuming his elbow is fine, which all signs point to it being okay. I don't know. The team is actually it's in a very unorthodox way. It's starting to come together a little bit.
Yeah, you just need another bat, though. You need another bat. And I know we've been saying two bats, but at this stage of the offseason, looks a little bit unlikely. So I don't know, Nick. I think they are headed in the right direction because you don't make that kind of move if you're not looking to add. Like Jeff Hoffman is more so of a cherry on top kind of piece.
They just did it first. And Jimmy Garcia, they handled the whole bullpen first.
And you don't want to delay. So if you have orders of business, you want to get those things done. And I believe that they have gotten those things done. But the biggest order of business is getting a bat and getting another starter. So we'll wait and see on that. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this season. I'm a lot more excited now than I was a couple of weeks ago, and that's because of the Jeff Hoffman signing and just the overall way that the pitching staff has come together in the past couple of weeks. Like it's gone significantly better. And like you mentioned, going from 30th in projected WAR to 10th, that's massive, man. That's a massive difference. And that's what happens when
You
you
spend money.
acquire, yeah, when you acquire a guy who had 3 wins above replacement last year. I mean, Jeff Hoffman was one of the best relievers in baseball last season. Can he replicate it? Remains to be seen,
I think
but
he can,
he was
at
pretty
least
he
for
was
a
pretty
year.
good last year. He's got amazing stuff, man. Amazing stuff.
Yeah, like if you were going to spend money on if you were going to go big and spend a lot of money on a free agent reliever, I think Jeff Hoffman's the best one because Tanner Scott was going to cost you 80 million. Hoffman cost you
Right.
33, and you got him on a discount because of some of the injury concerns that I don't think were huge, really concerns. At least Jeff Hoffman didn't think so. And Jeff Hoffman also wants to take down the Orioles next year, so it's going to be an electric. I mean, it's the first time since 2005, I think, in like almost 2 decades that they've spent significant money on a reliever, and that has to be a sign that more moves are to come. Good luck, Peter. I'll miss your colorful passion. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
sure.
you.
Th-
Appreciate it.
Thoughts on Steve Phillips' recommendation to sign Flaherty, Santander, Alonso, and Bregman and trade Vladdy? There's been a lot of trade Vladdy talk. I just don't see it happening. I mean, it's picked up today randomly. We also, I mean, I think Sasaki probably signs. Peter, do you have I know we did this with
Yeah.
Otani last year, and you were here for the Juan Soto stuff as well. So at least we went through that together. You didn't get to, take any of the pain from the sidelines. Maybe you're stepping out at the right time, so you don't have to deal with the Sasaki third place finish in a row or second place finish. Give me a prediction on Sasaki's signing date.
I'm gonna go Sunday. Sunday. It's the 23rd, I believe,
It
his
is.
deadline where he can
Thursday.
sign. So I'm gonna go Sunday. And you know what? Screw it, man. He's
Jays?
going to the Blue Jays. He's going to the Blue Jays. All right.
I think it's the best
That's it.
chance that we've had at signing a massive free agent yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it'll be very, very interesting. William with the 5. Is Bowden Francis the real deal, and is Manoah on a bounce back? Peter, I'm gonna let you speak because I'm gonna be speaking my thoughts about this a lot. So I'll let you answer these.
Well, Manoah's gonna be
August
a ways away from coming back, so I don't know what kind of restrictions he's gonna be on. But Bowden Francis, I mean, it was a pretty decent sample size that we saw of him towards the end of last year, Nick, where for the better part of a month, he was the best starter in Major League Baseball. That ERA was so minuscule, and the Blue Jays were out of it, but I mean, Bowden Francis really emerged as a guy that they can lean on, not only giving them a chance to win by not allowing many runs and limiting base runners, but by going deep into ball games, by pitching efficiently. And that's what made Bowden Francis so great at the end of last year. Do I think he's going to replicate a sub-2 ERA over the course of 162 games? No. But if he can be in the mid threes, I mean, that's a fourth starter or a third or fourth starter right there, and your rotation is a lot better than you thought it would be. So I believe Gosman's going to have another great year. I believe Bassett is going to be steady Eddie, just like he always is, and José Berríos, same thing, steady Eddie, not exceptional, not a Cy Young candidate, but good, a guy that you can rely on to get you outs and win you ball games. And Bowden Francis, same thing. I think he's in that same tier as Berríos and Chris Bassett. It just takes some guys a little bit longer to get to that point.
Yeah, it's going to be an extremely interesting trade deadline, or not even trade deadline. I'm getting my head of myself. Rest of the offseason. It's going to be a very interesting regular season. Will Bowden Francis be able to continue what he has? I mean, we're now a month and 3 days away, so 33 days away from reports. You have Vladdy unsigned, Bo unsigned, Santander, no moves there. They haven't added a bat yet. Things are going to happen very, very quickly. And some things are interesting. And no, the Brett DeGoose, I think, whatever trade didn't open up that. I think, I guess they just wanted to get something for him. Peter, you'll be missed. You and Nick make a dynamic duo. Shout out to you, Kit. He will be missed, and it'll be.
Yeah, we did make a dynamic duo for sure. It's a long time, man. It's a long time when you think about it.
Over 2 years.
Yeah,
2.5, really, almost.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and the consistency at which, we're uploading. Pretty insane. Pretty insane.
Yeah, it's
But Vladdy, let's talk about
sure.
Vladdy a little bit here before we wrap up. Now,
Yep.
I saw the report. I am going to be leaving, but I don't live under a rock. I still have Twitter. So I saw the report that the Mets are checking in on Vladdy, and I found that interesting. But do you really consider trading him? Because they're still a ways away on a negotiation here. They seem to be in the process. They want to get this done, but once spring training rolls around, that's it. That is your deadline. So if you don't get a deal done by then, uh, I mean, what do you do? What do you do with Vladdy? Do you look for something in return? Do you try to sign someone else? I don't know. I don't know what you do, but I don't want to even think about that possibility because I want Vladdy to be a Blue Jay for the rest of his career.
Yeah. Like my gut feeling is that the reason it's all this is being brought up is because the Mets want to create leverage to make Pete Alonso sign the deal, that whatever they have on the table. That's what I think it is.
Hope
Now,
so.
there is a world where if maybe they're thinking if they strike out on Sasaki, they strike out on Santander, they want to completely retool. Wouldn't really make sense given the Jeff Hoffman signing unless they're trading him and then retooling in a way to where they're going to go out and try to acquire Pete Alonso. Like, there's a lot of weird things going on here, but that's Blue Jays baseball. They're always involved in everything, but they never really execute on, as of late at least, on any of it. Do I think he gets traded? No, I think he gets extended, and I think it drags out a little bit. My guess would be late January. They come to some agreement, like 450 million over a certain amount of years is my guess, or maybe really 425 million probably gets it done. I don't think it's going to start with the 5. Scotty Mitchell came out today and said it's probably going to start with a 4. The Jays haven't offered an offer that started with a 4. So, yeah, that's what I mean. If they miss out on Santander and Sasaki, like, I don't know, the offseason right now is at a complete, like, it could go here or it could go right down very fast.
Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah.
as soon as the dominoes fall, we'll know very quickly what their plan is. But for right now, in this little, moot time, there's all we can do is wait, like we've been waiting for the past, since really 8 months since the Jays were eliminated from playoffs.
So Will is thank you, Will, for the donation. He's asking 600 million in 15 years too much for Vlad. I mean, I don't think it gets there. I really don't think it gets there. But thank you for
Thank you,
the
Will.
donation. Appreciate it. But I think it's going to start with a 4, Nick.
I agree.
Like it's got to start with a 4 at this point. I mean, you waited a little bit too long, and this is where the market is headed. Yeah, I don't think you're getting any premium free agent if it doesn't start with a 4. Now, Vladdy is a star and maybe a tier below Soto and Otani, which is why he's not breaking the 500-600 million dollar mark. But he's a damn good player, and he's young as well. So you missed the boat on extending him early on in his career. Now there's just no excuses. You have to get this done. So if you're nickel and diming over, I know $25 million is an obscene amount of money. Like, don't get my words
I'd love to be
twisted
able to
here.
nickel and dime over $20
Yeah,
million.
but in Major League Baseball terms, you are nickel and diming a guy if you're going back and forth
Agreed.
over $20 million on a 15-year contract or 14-year contract. So get it done. I mean, that is my one parting wish. Just get this deal done because I want to see Vladdy in Blue Jays blue for the rest of his career. And that's that.
Yeah. And I mean, as you start to think about what the Jays are going to do, what they can do, what they may or may not do, it's things are going to get very, I think dicey might be the word I'd use when it comes to the Toronto Blue Jays, because they're either going to be very good or they're going to be very bad. And it's the in between is a very thin gap. There's a very thin gap in between very good and very bad for the Jays, because if they go out and they miss out on all their free agents, we're back in last season V2, except in a much worse situation because you're without Bo, you're without Vladdy. If you go out and you get guys that complement the team, then you're looking very solid on that front. No, Peter's health is, I'll let you speak on your own now.
Yeah. So
we can wrap up
first,
here and you can start to do that. The answer is no.
So I'm fine. Like, I'm physically and mentally fine. It's just I had too much on my plate, and like I mentioned earlier in the stream, just I don't want to hold back Nick. I don't want to have him work his schedule around me. So I want Nick to be able to focus on this as much as he wants to and not have to accommodate me. So for that reason, there's just only so many hours in a
Yeah.
day, and I need to sacrifice some of those hours and work out a little bit more, eat a little bit better because my schedule was too hectic, and just adding this extra work onto my plate was too much. So for that reason, I'm just uh, I'm just leaving it to Nick, and you guys are in great hands. You know that already because Nick has been doing this for a long time now, and he's pretty damn good at it. So, yeah, that's it. Like I'm fine. Don't worry about me personally because I'll be all right. I just need to get some things in order here, but Nick's gonna do a great job. I have no doubt about that. But if you guys ever want to reach out to me, I mean, I'll leave my Twitter
Yeah,
handle in the
throw a link in
comments
there so
down
people can reach
below.
out.
I don't know if you want to pin that, Nick.
Sure.
That's my Twitter handle. So you can go ahead and follow me on Twitter and you could reach out to me. Feel free. My DMs are always open and still going to be talking to Nick quite a bit. And I'm sure when that first game comes around, when opening day rolls
Definitely.
around, he's going to rage text me about something that John Schneider did in the seventh inning because
Maybe
that's
even
usually
maybe the second
how
inning.
these things.
Maybe even the first
Yeah,
inning if they're down 1-0, I'll
yeah. And when he pulls José Berríos after giving up a leadoff walk in the third inning, maybe I'll get a text from Nick. But yeah, it's nothing between Nick and I. It's just something that I had to do personally. I don't know if you want to wrap up
Yeah,
here,
we can
Nick.
wrap
We
up
could
here.
uh, we could say our goodbyes, but thank you so much, everybody, for all the support over these years. It's truly been incredible, and I could have never imagined that we got to this point, Nick and I. It's been incredible, for lack of a better word, and it couldn't have been done without you guys and Nick. Lastly, to you, it couldn't have been done without you, man. It could not have been done without you. And I had some great times. I'm glad that we got to meet in person as well, and
Yeah.
got to chop it up when you were in Montreal. That was amazing. And hopefully I could see you again soon because I had some great memories with you. And I'll try my best to get back on here in the near future, maybe kind of semi-regularly ish, and just update you guys on what's going on. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. But for now, I just thought it would be best to step away, and I couldn't thank you enough for everything that you guys have done to advance this channel and make it what it is today. And I can't even begin to imagine how far it's going to go with Nick just full throttle on this thing every single day, and making sure that you guys are up to date on everything that you need to know about the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't be here without you either. Let's not
I know,
take
I
credit
know,
away
I
from that.
know, I
But
know.
yeah,
It's definitely a two-man show, but you had a lot to do with the success of this, and I hope you understand that, Nick. I'm very appreciative of everything that you've done for me, and it's all love, man.
yes,
It's
sir.
all love.
Both ways. I'm spamming the Peter emote. Spamming the Peter emote. If you have it, throw it in. And
Thank you, Charlie.
everyone wish, yeah, I mean, everyone, all positivity.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's you saw it. We're gonna leave. I mean, you'll see Peter's head in the thumbnail now for this stream as it goes on. And again,
forever, up forever.
it'll be, yeah, it's not being taken down. Thank you, Boris. And again, regarding the channel, I mean, nothing's changing from the video perspective on my end. You're gonna still see the same videos, but Peter will be able to. We'll get him in for anytime he's welcome. Of course, he's always welcome to pop in, and it won't be the last time you see him, but it'll be. For now, it is a farewell, and I mean, yeah, a lot of positivity in here. So, any final words before we wrap up? And
Yeah,
it's
just
hopefully this energy can translate into both of us having a good Jays season, because at the end of the
yeah.
day, YouTube or not, that's what we want to see.
Yeah, we're at the end of the day, we are Jays fans, and we want to see success for the Toronto Blue Jays. So I mentioned it right off the top. If I have to be the sacrificial lamb for the Blue Jays to win the World Series, then so be it. So be it. But thank you guys. I love you all, and Nick, you too, man.
Yes, sir.
It's truly been a pleasure, and we'll do this again in the future for sure.
Yeah, we'll get a live stream going on soon. Lit Gaming with the last second. Lit. I recommend scrolling back to the start of the stream or anywhere somewhere in the middle. Peter, I don't know if you want to. I know you Lit Gaming's been around for a while, so if you want,
Yeah. Well, I'm just I'm stepping away from Jay's Digest Lit Gaming. I'm moving on. Not to any other endeavors or anything like that. Just taking a step back, just to get my mind right and to prioritize some other things in my life. And that's it. I couldn't keep up anymore with the grind that this is, and I didn't want to have to hold back Nick. So that's just the long story short. And Nick's going to do an amazing job. I'm still going to be watching. I'm still going to come to you, Nick, for everything that I need to know, Jays, because you'll probably break the news before Jeff Passan does with the speed that you do it.
One day, the
Yeah.
hope is who's cutting the onions. Yeah, I mean it's been a onions. It's been a it's been a long road. Yeah, everybody in the chat, throw some hearts, throw some if you have access to Peter emojis. Obviously,
Thank you,
it's
guys.
been a
Thank you.
great stream, and Peter, thank you for everything as well. But it's a lot of love in here, so you'll be here again. You'll be here on a stream some point soon,
but
and we'll
it's a goodbye for now. It's a goodbye for now.
All right, everybody, take it easy. Regarding, everyone wish Peter well, as you guys have all been doing. And regarding Jay's content, again, nothing changes on my end. There'll still be videos, and Peter will be in there as well in the future from time to time, whether it be streams, whether it be whatever. And maybe, hopefully, the Jays can have a good season with Roki Sasaki. But again, also Mo and Shane, thank you guys for calling in. I'm sure Peter does appreciate it. He's been saying, but I appreciate you guys calling in on his behalf, from me as well. And if you want to know why he's leaving, you can just scroll back to the start. We'll be here repeating this for probably 5 hours if
Vladdy is in here. Did you see that?
Yeah, well, Vladdy, hopefully sign that extension.
Yeah, what the hell, man? Stop watching our live streams. Put pen to paper.
All right,
Come on.
Have a great evening. And if Mo, stay safe as well. If you're in, of course, the LA area for whatever. I mean, Mo obviously is just stay safe. And we'll see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you guys